are being a great cause for global warming, and how global warming has become a big issue, and what is the contribution of concrete in global warming. We'll also talk about eco-friendly concrete or green concrete that is being used as a substitute for normal concrete, and green concrete, of course, we know that in an environmental outdoor of green concrete or eco-friendly concrete. In which we will talk about that how can we make green concrete and how we can use it as a substitute for normal concrete to reduce the pollution. So we'll discuss that how green concrete is made and how we can make it normal in the environment to reduce the pollution. And secondly, now moving on to our topic, as we have discussed that concrete is our main topic for discussion today. The reason we have chosen concrete as our topic of discussion is that concrete is one of the most widely used construction materials because of its versatility and its durable strength. So concrete, as we know, is a very durable material and is being used very excessively in our environment. But on the other hand, its risk factor is that it is the major cause of the CO2 emission in our environment. So we look at it that how it is ranking on let's show up. Every year, 25 million metric tons of concrete are being produced. So after water, it is the most used material in the world. So we need to spread awareness about it, that how harming it is to the environment. And we need to make awareness because we see around us no one is using green concrete or eco-friendly concrete. So it is very alarming situation because the rising global warming is very alarming. So we need to look into that matter and spread awareness. And once we go to the components of concrete, we know that cement is the major component of concrete, and cement is the chief source of the emission of CO2. Because cement industry is one of the main contributors to the CO2 emission. About 8% of the total CO2 is due to the cement industries. So how is being CO2 being emitted to cement industries? Because when limestone is converted into cement, it causes the emission of CO2. On the other hand, cement is an intensive nature material because when fossil fuels are burned during the production of cement, it can also lead to CO2 emission. So we are saying that cement industry is one of the main causes of CO2 emission. So we need to look into that matter, that how it is harming, or look at the matter that how water affects the environment. Because when water is mixed in concrete, then what will happen? If that water is not properly managed, that water will move into the water body and will cause sedimentation there, and it will result in the water pollution. So CO2 is causing the air pollution, and water that is mixed in concrete is causing water pollution. In both ways, the environment is being polluted. Covering of water and cement, now we will move to aggregate. That how aggregate is in concrete is affecting our environment. So we will see that extraction of aggregates involves significant disturbance of their vegetation, because when we extract aggregate, we need to extract it from land, and which can result in land erosion. And when the sediments of land will move into water, it will affect the water bodies, it will cause pollution there. So it will cause the destruction of biodiversity and will also lead to alteration of hydrocarbons. Look at that, how sand is affecting the environment. Transportation of sand to the site of work is causing harm to the environment, because when sand is transported to the site, it is transported in big trucks, and heavy transportation is required, and which results in the emission of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the environment. So we have looked at it that how each component of concrete is endangering the environment, and each component of concrete is causing harm to the environment. So we need to look at this matter, and that's all from myself. And now.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohammad Zaif Ali. My registration number is 22CE163, and I am a civil engineering student in University of Engineering and Technology, Taxila. So I am here to talk about some of the defects present in the manufacturing of concrete. The first thing that I am going to talk about is the greenhouse gases. So the production of concrete is associated with the emission of greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide. Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, contributing to the greenhouse effect and climate changes. The main sources of greenhouse gases emissions in the production of concretes are cement production. Cement is the most important ingredient in concrete, and its production is responsible for about 70% of the greenhouse gas emissions associated with concrete. The reason for this is that cement is made by heating limestone and clay to high temperature, which releases carbon dioxides in the atmosphere. This is because limestone is made up of calcium carbonates, which breaks into calcium oxides and carbon dioxides. When it is heated, the carbon dioxide is then released in the atmosphere. Energy used is the second largest source of the greenhouse gas emission in concrete production. The production of concrete requires a lot of energy. This is because the raw material need to be heated, the cement used needs to be ground, and the concrete need to be mixed. The energy used to produce concrete can come from a variety of sources, including fossil fuels, nuclear power, and renewable energy sources. However, the majority of the energy used to produce concretes come from fossil fuels, which releases greenhouse gases in the atmosphere when they are burned. So the extraction of raw material for concrete such as limestone, sands, and gravel also produce greenhouse gases emission. This is because the extraction process often involves the use of heavy machinery which burns fossil fuels. In addition to these three main sources, there are a number of other factors that can contribute to the greenhouse gas emission associated with concrete production. These include the type of cement used. Some type of cement, such as Portland cement, produce more greenhouse gas emissions than other. Also, the production processes for concrete can vary from plant to plant, and some plants are more efficient than others. The production of concrete can also contribute to greenhouse gas emission depending on the mode of transportation used. The increase in greenhouse gas concentration is a primary driver of climate change. Higher temperatures influence weather patterns, resulting in more frequent and severe heat waves, droughts, floods, and storms. These changes can disrupt ecosystem, harm agriculture productivities, lead to water scarcity, and impact human health and well-being. And also, when carbon dioxide is absorbed by the oceans, it undergoes a chemical reaction that leads to ocean acidification. Increased acidity impairs the ability of marine organisms such as corals, shellfish, and some plankton. So, the next thing that we are going to talk about is global warming. The greenhouse gases released during the manufacture of concrete contributes to global warming by trapping heat in the atmosphere. This heat causes the Earth's temperature to rise, which has a number of negative impacts, including enhanced greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that helps to keep the earth warm. However, when greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere, they trap more heat, which can lead to the global warming. Increased radiative forcing. Radiative forcing is the difference between the amount of energy that the earth receives from the sun and the amount of energy that the earth radiates back into the space. Greenhouse gases increases radiative forces by trapping heat in the atmosphere, which can also help in increasing the temperatures of the earth. Also, rising average global temperature. The average global temperature has been rising for the past centuries. This is due to the number of factors, including the burning of fossils, fuels, deforestation, and the manufacturing of concrete. Altering global warming is causing the Earth's weather pattern to become more extreme. This is leading to more frequent and intense storms, droughts, floods, and heat waves. The melting of ice sheets and glaciers is causing sea levels to rise. This is a major threat to coastal communities around the world. Thank you.
supplementary cementitious material, such like fly ash, silica, fume, and slag. These are the industrial byproducts, and these improve the strength of the concrete and reduce the carbon footprint in the construction of any product. One practice is that we should replace our traditional Portland cement that have high carbon footprint to lower carbon footprint cement, such like geopolymer and calcium sulfate aluminate. That must be adopted at the construction site is that reduction of water. More use of water is also a defect of concrete. We should reduce the use of water at construction site by using self-consolidated concrete and optimizing curing method to reduce water evaporation. Second point is that employ sustainable sourcing. It means that the raw material used in the concrete production, such like aggregate and admixture, are sourced sustainable. Sourced sustainable means that all these things should be locally available. And the next one point is that implement waste management. Next one point is that implement waste management. We should make a proper waste management plan for concrete production. This including proper disposal of waste and recycling of concrete waste. Now we are moving to the next point, that is green concrete. Green concrete is a new form of the concrete that is being used a lot of engineering construction. It focuses on using eco-friendly material as a substitute for harmful materials. Now we look what actually green concrete is. In green concrete, we reduce carbon footprints of cement by using industrial byproducts like fly ash, slag, and silica fuel. As you know, concrete is widely used material nowadays because of its durability and strength. So we can use these materials to increase the workability of concrete. In green concrete, as we explained before, we use low carbon cement alternative in order to make concrete as an environmental sustainable material. Engineer, we should promote eco-friendly materials such like green concrete. We should normalize the use of such like material to save our environment. We hope our efforts will bring a positive change in your life. Thank you so much for watching us.